Hey guys, Lydell here. And yeah, I said Lydell. I said that because it's come to my attention on my online channel that a lot of people don't seem to understand the difference between fictional and reality. So I figured I'd go ahead and kind of give you guys a jogging. And there's a reason why I'm doing this, but we'll get into that. First of all, my fictional character, Zephyrnix. Zephyrnix is an online nerd who enjoys gaming, cartoons, and that's about it. That's all he lives his life for. He lives his life on, on these two channels specifically for that reason. He loves to bring you the information, and he loves to prove himself right. He loves to hit you with the hard facts. He likes to think outside the box. And that's just who he is, And to be honest with you, it's a fun character to play, but it's just that, a character, a persona. A fictional character that was actually made up by myself, Lydell Washington, and El Presidor. And that's just the truth. Both of us took hand in making or molding the Zephyrnix character. Now, with that being said, Lydell Washington, and that's me. Lydell Washington is a 30-year-old African-American black man, or rather African-American man, black man. But anyway, he's a person who, he does a lot of things. Yeah, he does love gaming. He loves cartoons, but he also loves cooking. I always go into the kitchen to cooking. In fact, I'll tell you a little bit something about myself. This Thanksgiving, I cooked Thanksgiving dinner, sure, for me and Camilla. But aside from that, one thing that I really did and I loved doing was I went out for Thanksgiving too. And I've seen some people who had some Thanksgiving dinner. We went out to eat and whatnot. And the reason why we went out to eat for the most part, for me anyway, was because I wanted to swap recipes. Because I'm a big fan of cooking and I wanted to learn more. And I always like to learn more about cooking. And yeah, I'm also a nurse. That's what I do as a living. I'm a nurse. So yeah, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. There's a lot of things that goes on as Lydell Washington versus Zephyrnix. A lot of people don't understand that. Like one person actually asked me, there was a while ago I actually did a video and I didn't do my hair. And they just kind of got on me about that. And I told them, I said, listen, I have multiple jobs and my character as Zephyrnix is my job. It is a character, it's a thing that I get paid for, basically. So yeah, and when I do that, the character is a nerd who's just out right there. And, a lot of people see they always see a black nerd, and when they see a black nerd, they think about a black nerd. They always think of what's that guy's name? Janelle White's character, Urkel. Urkel was okay. But seriously, black nerds don't have their hair cut. To be all honesty, black nerds do not have their hair cut. They have a nice, clean, shaved face over here. All is just shaved off and normal. Not on purpose, mind you, most of the time. And this is usually out there. So what I do is I usually go ahead and do this. Try to mess up my hair as much as possible before I do a Zephyrnix video, because that's mostly, if you're a black nerd, that's pretty much how they are. Urkel had his hair cut all the time. He had a nice haircut. Nerds don't do that. You don't notice the difference between that and black nerds, but hey, that's just how it is. And yeah, the scratching in the nose is real. I have no idea why, but yeah, it's real. But that's the reason why. But anyway, one person asked me that, and I told him that. That's the reason why I do that. It's because Zephyrnix requires it. Now, I do want to get a wig that actually has, my hair like this. So I don't have to keep my hair like this all the time. But I try to keep the persona as legit and as real as possible. Now, on to the second part of this conversation. So now you guys seem to understand the difference between realism and a persona, a fictional character. Now, I want to talk about something else that kind of sidetracks that a little bit. A lot of people out there on my YouTube channel don't seem to understand this, but while Zephyrnix is a persona, there is an addiction out there that is actually really real. I know I sound like a public service announcement when I say this, but it's true. Gaming can be a really bad addiction. It really can. And a lot of people may laugh, but let me go ahead and explain some things to you. I'm not talking as if I don't know anything I'm talking about right now. Like, I'm not talking like as if I'm just like saying this just to be saying this, but it really is true. When I was younger, I was so into gaming that it really took control of my life. If you weren't a gamer, I had nothing to do with you. You wasn't worth, you weren't worth the crap that came out my ass. Basically, that's just the way it is. Now, it's been years since that, and I've grown up a lot. But I don't want the people to make the same mistake that I did. I lost a lot of, I don't want to say friends, but opportunities that I could have taken, but I didn't because of gaming. I mean, how to put this? I was such a big gamer, especially when the games of EverQuest came out, the original EverQuest, that we used to go to school late and things like that. And I remember I used to play Pokemon in high school, and I really was. I mean, I was a big gamer. I did not change my game for nothing. It took a long time for me to change how I did with gaming. And even for a while, gaming went down until World of Warcraft came about, and once again it rose right back up, and I had to retire from World of Warcraft. But I just want to let you guys know that on my channel. I feel like it's my responsibility to let you know. There's more to life, and that's one of the reasons why I post videos of me and Camilla. We got to eat or whatever. I bought a new monitor or whatever. But I want to let you guys know that there is more to life than video games, and it really is. Get out more. Go do something else with your life. I mean, really, a lot of people think that video games, they think that when they compare my life to Zephyrnix, they assume that my life is Zephyrnix and that I play video games at least 18 hours a day. It's not true. It's not true. There's some games that I'll go maybe like 2 or 3 hours playing a game, whatnot. Especially if I'm in a MMORPG and playing a good game. But the reality of it is that, with the exception of Dragon Age, which really came about, I play maybe like 4 hours a day, if that. And a lot of people may think that's a lot. That's really not a lot for a gamer. But I just want to let you guys know that. Let you know that my life presides more than just gaming. And I'm asking you to do the same. I'm asking you to make sure that you guys know that your life is worth more than just a man or a voice or a girl, or just a voice rather behind an headset. Okay? Just letting you know that. So by all means, guys, get out there, just enjoy life. Okay? You only have one. Okay? It's not like a game where you can reload or whatever. You only have one life. So don't become addicted to video games like I did when I was younger, like most of you are today. Take responsibility for whatever's going on in your life and live it. You have a good night. Light L's out.